You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the May 8th meeting of the Michigan City Human Rights Commission. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
So good afternoon, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get our May 8th Michigan City Human Rights Commission meeting on its way. It is approximately 4:32. And the meeting is called to order. We're going to pass it over to our secretary, Darrell Burton, so he can go ahead and do roll call.
Albertine Allen, Sonia Atwater, Harold Borton here, Dennis Carroll, Marty Corley, Bunny Demke
Here.
Diana Gore, Jamie Lynette,
Lorenz.
okay, thank you. Mercedes, Jessica O'Brien absent, Mary Ellen Quinn here, Tyler Walker
That's me.
here, okay, and Lauren Tardes.
Great, thank you. Do we have a quorum, sir?
We have 6 present.
We're short one for a quorum. So with that said, we will not be able to approve the next agenda item, which is our minutes from April. So we will table that for our next meeting. We will move forward with the next agenda item, which is our finance report. Bunny, do you have a report for us today?
Yes, the balance is $5,219.95. That reflects the $200 donation to the Northern, I forget what it was for.
Not bad.
It is not the Pride Fest donation because I could not find out how, well, I'll talk about that later. What was it? It was the film that was being done in conjunction with the Northern Indiana. It's been from a while ago. But we finally went through the treasurer's department and so forth.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot the name of what that was for. Oh, the Northwest Indiana Food Council.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, that's what that $200 lower balance is reflecting.
Okay. Any additional items for the finance report that you want to bring up at this time?
No.
Thank you. As of today, we do not have an executive director's report, and nor do we have a staff attorney report. So at this particular time, hopefully we can transfer those over to our next agenda items for next month as well. We do have our committee reports, as I do see some of our committee representatives here. Bunny, did you want to address any additional things on the finance committee? Because I know there were some pending things.
I guess it refers to that. You know, in order to proceed with the Pride Fest donation, I was informed by Larry at the last meeting, and then I confirmed it with Tatanisha that it has to be the committee meeting in order to approve this donation. It has to be it has to be announced publicly, whatever it's called, published. And I could not find out how to do that. So I don't know whether this is the appropriate time, but I'd like to say that I feel that if we're going to proceed without a, what's the position, an executive director?
Mm-hmm.
I feel that we need some training. I did not know how to do that. I called the city clerk, I tried to reach Larry, I could not reach Larry. I tried emailing, and I also tried phoning the 2 numbers that I have. I could not reach him. And Tatanisha did confirm that it has to be published, but then I know she's very busy, and I tried to call her and I could not. So anyway, I'm just saying that I feel I'm probably not the only one, that if we're going to proceed without an executive director, I feel we need some training.
and I know that was an agenda item of, Larry anyway, for us to be able to have that training. We just haven't had it yet, but I know he plans to do that training. And I guess I need clarity as well about published, because we've done the donation previous years for the Pride Fest. So,
As I understand, if it was part of the budget, we could go ahead and approve it. But I don't have the budget.
Right.
I don't know.
and I don't know if it's on a line item of the budget either. I know there are certain things that are line item on that budget, but I don't know if the Pride Fest is.
Right.
I just know in the past, the finance committee has always discussed this. Once they discuss it and give approval or not approval, but in the past it's been approval, then the vote took place here and we moved forward and have implemented the donation and support. That
And
is my
I feel-
experience.
Yeah, and I feel bad because it's delaying. That means we can't
Absolutely.
until next month, and Pride Fest is in June.
Correct.
But I would like to state that I did try to find out how to get something published, and I don't know.
And I guess I just don't know where published. Do you know, Mary Ann?
Mary Ellen, no.
Mary Ellen.
And I know there are good reasons why these things are in place as far as, you know, we have to go through
No, I
jump through hoops.
understand, yeah.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying, but from what I understand, the mayor has said that our resource person is Tata Nisho. So you need to just ask her.
So it's probably just easier to come up to her and
I mean, if
face to face
if
in her
it's a matter
office.
of we need to get this done soon because Pride Fest is in fact next month, then I would go to her. And then obviously, as soon as something can be put into place, let's get some training.
Right.
I agree.
And if it's so feasible, after this meeting, I know not everybody's here after 4:30, I will go up there with you to see if we can be able to get some guidelines on what
Sure.
that looks like.
Sure.
And if I can offer up too, if it's a matter of it being in an ordinance, if Larry can just tell me, 'cause I'm an attorney, if
Right.
Larry can just point me in the right direction, I can certainly help.
Oh,
with
yeah, that's
reading
great.
that, if that's an issue.
Yeah, I don't know, is Larry's available besides at the meeting? Is he a resource?
In my experience, yes. I
Well,
have
I
been
may
able
not
to
have the
connect.
correct phone number for him then, because I tried calling the number that I have, and I tried calling the number that is listed for his, the general public.
Correct,
And I could not
yeah.
get any answer, and then I tried emailing, so I don't,
Okay.
and then
Well,
I
let's
went out,
figure it
and
out
then
after this.
I have to admit, I went out of town for a week, so I feel,
Well,
I
that's,
feel
don't feel
bad.
bad, don't feel bad for going out of town, because all of us need to do that every now and then. We have to take care of ourselves to be few. But let's at least attempt to do that after this meeting, to see if we can connect with someone to give us
Okay.
more clarity.
I did talk to Jessica about the Pride Fest. If we don't get enough workers, I did ask her to put the table next to the table that I'm gonna be at,
Mm-hmm,
so I can watch both tables.
mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So,
I'm gonna be there with you.
yeah. So
What's
both
the
tables,
date?
the Pride Fest, the Human Rights Commission table is gonna be next to the table we're gonna be at, so both tables can be watched.
But what's the date?
June 15th,
June 15th.
yeah, June 15th, 1 to 8.
Okay. Sorry if I
That's okay.
diverged.
No,
But it's been on my
absolutely.
mind, yeah.
Absolutely, so at that particular point, what we'll do, we'll try to see what we can connect with after this meeting, okay? Do we have any reports on our development committee, which is our fundraising committee? No representative today to give us a summary? No. Okay.
Are you, you gave us our tickets?
No, that's for.
Jessica's out of town and she asked me to distribute the tickets.
I might have signed up for the committee, I don't, I don't recall. But Jessica and I were on the radio, 2 weeks ago,
Mhm.
just explaining the dinner that's coming up, and the nominations. That was 2 weeks ago, and I believe her and Marty were on WIMS, I'm sorry, my brain.
You are on
Last week.
Last Friday, so.
Yes, and I listened to that broadcast and you both did a very good job.
Oh, thank you.
Really, it was good. Thank you.
So at least we're out there advertising and hopefully, people
And
are
it was in
aware.
the paper.
Yeah,
Yep,
It was in the
and Daryl
paper.
has the paper.
Yeah, good job.
So if you guys want to take a look at it, Daryl has it here too. Okay?
I think I saw something on social media as well.
And that's gonna be good, because we really need that social connection with a lot of our advertisement, okay? Education committee? No representative today? Community engagement committee? As of right now, I know I sit on that, and we have a new person that is going to be chairing that, and we have not had a meeting yet. So as of this date, we do not have any updates, but I still would like to also consider the Pride Fest is a community engagement event as well. And it would be nice if anybody has time afterwards, we can meet with Daryl and kind of at least write some names down of people that would be able to attend and support by being there for our table. And then we can get together about some items that we want on the table that talks about human rights. So yeah, if you could get the
Yeah,
list when they come afterwards. Any thoughts or comments, anything from anybody on there? Okay. So our next agenda is any upcoming events.
I would just like to say that the Salvation Army is going to be having their annual donut eating contest at the Blue Chip Casino. I have bought a table and I have tickets, free tickets for all of my commissioners here. Anyone that wants to go, it's a lot of fun. See me and I'll give you a ticket.
Absolutely.
And also, I would like to compliment Daryl Borton on the great job he's done so far, selling tickets for the human rights dinner, our dinner.
And stepped in as our secretary.
Yeah, thank you, and he's done a stellar job. And
Absolutely.
also, I've given all of those commissioners present here your tickets. Jessica dropped them off at my house the other day because she's out of town. So once again, if you can't sell them, buy them. Okay, that's the only thing that we're asked to do all year. So that would be great. And it'll be, it's gonna be a wonderful, as Jamie mentioned, and I've talked to Jessica about it, it's gonna be a real fun time. And it's good to have it back reinstituted for our community. So
Yes.
I'm real excited. And thank you both. Thank you both.
Jessica's done most of the work. She's done a
Don't say that. She has. She has. She's not here. But no, thank you, Jessica. I'm very proud of Jessica.
She's done a great job.
And Jake.
Absolutely.
Right. It'll be great.
Any other comments, anything, any other updates?
What day is
Anybody wanna
that
mention?
donut eating contest, Mary Ellen?
Oh, you know what? I've got the tickets right here. Okay, let me just grab them real
And
quick.
what does a ticket mean? You eat donuts?
No, you just get to go. You get to go in.
You get to watch,
Yeah.
you get to watch people eat donuts.
Okay, well,
I love it.
Yeah. It raises money for the Salvation Army. And,
How is the money raised? I mean, should you purchase the ticket?
no, I'm purchasing them as a gift to all of my commissioners.
Oh,
It's easier for me just to buy them. I buy them, give the money to the Army, and then I give the tickets.
oh,
But, yeah, you'll have a panel of people up there, and there'll be donuts, and they'll be timed. And whoever can eat the most donuts, I don't know, in 10 minutes, or is it 5 minutes, I forget. But then they're the winner. But this goes way back in the history of the Salvation Army, where I think it started in England, where they would pass out donuts to, hungry people. So, and it's been going on for decades, I will say. So this is our way of just kind of remembering how it all started, and it's a fun, and it's well attended. It's a fun, well attended, hour out of your day, morning. So see me, and hope you can.
What's the date on it?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's June 7th.
June 7th, okay.
I've got 10. Yeah,
Any
it's,
other questions?
Excuse me, it's open at 9, sorry, Tyra. Doors open at 9 o'clock, contest begins at 10.
Okay.
So, how many more?
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
Any other upcoming events that anybody wants to discuss
Mary Ellen.
today?
You got them.
There's not an event, but this Friday at the FOP, starting at 10 or 11? 11. The local law enforcement police memorial. Please show up and support your local law enforcement if you can.
Thank you, Brendan. Social status of African American males. Pastor Carol, do you have any updates on that by any chance?
Yes, I'd like to go back to April 10th of our last meeting, which I wasn't here, but I'd like to bring, we had a guest speaker, Jocelyn Coburn, who is a social worker and works for the Michigan City Police Department. Commissioner Officer Taylor Tillman introduced Jocelyn to the commission. Jocelyn has been with the Michigan City Police Department since May 2023, and her position is funded through HealthLink. Her duties, of course, are with families and mental health. Officers call her to scene and refer her people to her. Community outreach programs such as COPS and bobbers and competitive fishing for COPS and bowlers, which is being worked on for May 4th, which has already happened and taking place right now. So, and Tyler Waleshki works at LaPorte County, and he assists in setting up these events with at-risk youth. And when you call, leave a name and details, and she will get back with you. Everything is confidential, is not shared with the police or newspapers. Mental health issues and homeless seem to go together. And she is on call with the police department 24 hours a day. And she works also jointly with the police chaplains of Michigan City Police. And I think that's a wonderful thing, a good connection, a good combination for our community. And so we just had a meeting today, and for mental health in the African American community. And Katie Jansnitsky, she gave a wonderful presentation.
Yes.
And suicide is, I'm not going to read it all, I'm just going to hit misses for just right now. And I do have this to pass around. I'm sorry I don't have copies of each thing, but I just passed it around, and then they can give it to you.
Okay.
And suicide was the third causing death of African Americans, 10 to 24 years old, and African American men, 25 to 34. According to the Health and Human Services Office of Minority Health, Black adults in the U.S. are more likely than white adults to report persistent symptoms of emotional distress, such as sadness and feeling like everything is an effort. Black adults living below the poverty line are more than twice as likely to report serious psychological distress than those with more financial security. The stigmas of what they're going through, the conditions, they feel weakness. As a result, many experience shame about having a mental illness and worry that they may be discriminated against due to their condition. The fear of how they may be perceived by others could prevent people from seeking mental health care when they really need it. In African American communities in the U.S., faith communities often serve as primary support networks instead of seeking medical help. The church, the mosque, or other faith institutions are central gathering places that provide strength, faith, and spirituality, contribute to recovery, and are an integral part of the treatment plans. And I'm glad to see that Jocelyn, that's what she's doing. She's coming together with the police chaplains, spiritual faith, whatever faith they are, whatever denomination they are, it doesn't matter. And we're working together with her as a social worker, licensed social worker. And I'm happy to see that. She's been doing a wonderful job,
Good.
a great job.
Glad to hear that.
That's
So,
good to hear.
I will pass this on. I'm sorry I didn't make copies But I just had the meeting today,
No, yeah, well.
so.
Thank you for that, Pastor Carol. Anybody have any questions for Pastor Carol on what the great things that are coming together in our community to support our homeless, our mental health?
Thank you, buddy.
It really helps support, you know, all of those institutions working together. Because at one point, it just felt like once they went out, once I discharged them or released them out of the jail with a plan, there was no plan
Yeah.
because they had no support to get to the plan.
Yes.
So that is very great to hear, and I'm glad that we're building that up in our community. We gotta do some more work, but at least that's a start. Thank you for sharing that.
I wish we had more licensed social workers on board.
Well, many of us work 2 jobs, that's the issue. Because there's several of us in the community, but we continue to end up being the ones that are doing double duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but, yeah, let's think about that, because we have to be able to continue to recruit people to do that work.
Yes.
Any old business? No old business? New business, any new business anybody want to put on the floor today? And then we have commissioner comments.
I already spoke the comments, my concern about, that, I should have waited, I'm sorry.
That's okay, absolutely fine.
So training,
Okay. Public comments. I don't see anybody that is not of the team and usual attendance. With that said, it is 4:53. Do I have a motion for adjournment, or can I even get an motion? I'm just playing.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
The adjournment has happened for our May 8th Human Rights Commission at 4:53.
Thank you, Tyra, well done, well done.
Good job.
It's been-